Hi everybody, thanks for joining me again. Well, this video, this message is one of hope. For those of you who were given a double whammy like I was with not only a narcissistic spouse, early on having a narcissistic parent, you know what it's like to, well, once you discover it anyway, you know what it's like to always sort of live under that critical eye of the narcissistic parent, not being good enough or being compared to the other siblings or, just always getting picked apart. That's what happened with me. I didn't even realize it for quite some time. I think I probably chose to ignore it. I'm not really sure. I'm still sort of working through that whole process. But yes, I got picked apart. I got compared, very critical of me. Right upon seeing me, getting fresh off a plane, oh, you didn't wear any makeup today. Oh, you've lost weight or you've gained weight. Usually not lost. Usually you've gained. Never complimenting me when I looked really fit and when I was in the middle of a really good workout routine. Nothing was ever said then, just the negative stuff. And so, of course, all of that carries on to the negativity that you deal with a narcissistic spouse, never feeling good enough, them never wanting to compliment you because everything has to be about them. If you dealt with what I dealt with, just a constant wandering eye, all 24 years of my marriage, everybody else got the attention but me, everywhere we went, no matter where we were, even church. So you deal with that and it tears you up, it tears you down. You start to see yourself through those critical eyes. You start to see yourself and pick yourself apart the way they do. So lately, I've been in a really good place. Things are going along wonderfully. John is wonderful as usual. Things couldn't be any better in our relationship. Did the traveling, all of these good things are happening and I'm feeling better, I'm feeling happier, I'm feeling lighter, as though some sort of weight is not on me. I couldn't explain this feeling that I had been experiencing in the last couple of weeks. I'm even sleeping better, aside from the crazy dreams that some of you know about. Just all around, a good feeling. And I was with my therapist today. Her and I are talking all the way up until like the very last few minutes of the session. And I realized what the reason is. I realized what the cause was. And I identified it to her, and she was thrilled, of course, that I made this realization, that I was able to identify it, and that it's happening. The absence of my narcissistic ex, the absence of my narcissistic mother, that time has allowed all of those negative feelings, those negative thoughts, me seeing myself through those negative eyes, it's going away. It's lifting. It's not there like it used to be. It was a constant when I was around them. It was a constant when they were a part of my life. And I haven't been around my ex for the better part of 15 months or more. And I haven't been around or heard from or had any interaction with my narcissistic mother in 9 months. And so, having removed myself from it, I'm not seeing myself the way they wanted me to see me. It's not like that anymore. And so it's this feeling of peace. It's a feeling of freedom. It's a feeling of just overall happiness that I hadn't experienced because they were a constant. They were always there. Their thoughts, their words, their nitpicking, their comparing, their belittling, just their words, their negative vibes. It was just a constant. And so the fact that I've removed them is now manifesting itself in me just overall feeling better about life, feeling better about what I'm doing, feeling better about my decisions, feeling better about myself, feeling better about where I am, feeling better about where I'm going, because all of that's gone. And the memories don't go away. Those still sting. I don't think about them as often, obviously, with so much going on in my new life and so many good, new, and exciting things happening. But I was thrilled to realize that the reason I was feeling good is because I've been away from them for so long. That daily weight, those daily thoughts, the daily reminder that they're going to be there, they're going to be critical, they're going to be demeaning, just wet blankets That's what I used to call my ex. I was like, oh, here he comes with his big wet blanket. There's no wet blankets anymore. No one comes along to ruin a good thing. No one comes along to stop the laughter. No one comes along to put me down. It's over. Realization just hit me today. I was able to identify where this newfound sort of peace and happiness is coming from. And so my conclusion was that absence makes the heart forgetful. Their absence has helped me to forget, to be critical of myself, to be hard on myself, to beat myself up if things don't go just right. Their absence is a blessing. I thought I would share that for those of you who might be struggling, who are maybe still in that situation around those negative people, or for somebody who is fresh out of a situation like many of you are. It's going to get better. It's going to happen. It's going to take a little bit of time, but the more distance you put between yourself and them, the more time that goes by from the time that you are away from those negative people, whoever it may be, parents, siblings, spouses, it doesn't matter. All of that starts to lift. It starts to dissipate. Like I said, the memories don't go away. Those things are still there. Things still happen that are like, triggers for a lot of us who were in those situations for a very long time, like I was, 24 years. And so those things are still there, and those we can still work through those. I feel very confident that I can work through those things. The day-to-day stuff and looking at yourself through critical eyes and being really hard on yourself, that starts to change. It starts to go away. And I have to give credit where credit is due. I have to give so much thanks and so much appreciation for John being in my life, because he's a constant source of support. He's a constant source of reassurance, spiritual guidance for me that I'm sure he's helped to accelerate this process. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for him. Just the absence of my ex and just the absence of my narcissistic mother, I know I'd be here at peace and happy, not being so critical of myself. Day-to-day things. And so it takes time. It takes time, but it does happen, and I was able to identify that today, and I was super excited about it. So I wanted to share. I hope that this helps some of you. I hope that it makes you realize that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I need some light at the end of the tunnel. I've got a long way to go. I wanted to make sure that I spread this news. So thanks for watching.